Hello, welcome to the review where I watch all the garbage so y'all don't have to. Thanks for clicking on the link. I appreciate it. Today's video, we're watching Bill Maher and John Cryer. If you don't know who John Cryer is, think Two and a Half Men. That's right, he's Alan from Two and a Half Men. You never guess that that's him looking at him now. So him and Bill Maher are going to talk a little politics here. Let's get on with the show.
I mean, I think the biggest issue for the election, one of the biggest ones, was Democrats pointlessly, totally just punted on immigration and let anybody who wanted to walk in for 3.5 years did. And,
Well, I think they would probably disagree. The people walking in probably felt like it was a little harder.
No.
So I'm thinking Fryer there. What's his name? Cryer? John Cryer. I think he may be having a bad ass day. I mean, we've all been there, right? You know, where you can't sit on anything too hard. He's definitely having one of them days. All right, let's continue. I'll tell you, Bill Maher, man, he's kind of been like half red pilled. For sure. But at least you know what's scary about Bill Maher is he recognizes what the problem really is with the Democrat Party, and he's been pointing it out. You know why they lost the election, like the truth why they lost the election, when everybody else on the left has just been doing more of the same. He's actually pointing out why they lost. So that's like the scary thing about Bill Maher. But let's keep going with the conversation here.
But they just, I mean, you see they're walking through and that water guys are just watching them do it. They're just watching them walk past. You never saw that?
I did not see that.
See, that doesn't get in the liberal media. That's the problem, is the bubbles we live in. They also did a great piece some years ago about a woman in London who was in the Muslim neighborhoods, and they're screaming at her because she's wearing a skirt and stuff like that. And the point of it was, there are places in Western civilizations that are like run not by Western standards, and that doesn't mean they're just different.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there are cultural enclaves everywhere.
Right, but we should agree that women should be able to wear what they want.
Yes.
If you don't agree with that, then you're not a liberal to begin with. Would you really want to have your wife live in Gaza or any place where? No, well, I mean before
war-torn strip of desert.
No, even before the war, where she would have to cover up.
Well, again, that's not. I don't live there. It's not my culture.
Man, this guy is so wishy-washy. He's afraid to. You know what? I don't even know why he's afraid to speak, because it's not like he's been in anything in a long time. I can't think of any shows or movies he's been in, and I don't think he's going to be in them. So I don't know if he's being wishy-washy because he's afraid of being blacklisted, or, I mean, you don't work anyway. Why be wishy-washy?
And you won't judge it?
I'm not going to judge it, no. But again, this is not
crazy woke to me.
Okay.
That's where it all went off the rails. When we became so tolerant that we tolerate intolerance. I mean, you would never allow something like that to happen in this country. If they proposed a law.
Why do they do this weird camera angle on this show? I don't get it, man. It's a weird camera angle, ain't it? I mean, he's half cut off. Looking at the back of Cryer's head, that's a weird camera angle. Anyway.
Tomorrow at the LA City Council, women have to cover their face when they go out. I assume you'd be against that.
Well, yes, I would. But again, there are all, again, this is a long subject that
we stumbled onto.
We stumbled onto, exactly.
It's a long subject we stumbled onto, and I'm afraid to say anything about because I don't want to offend anybody, God forbid, and get canceled. Grow a pair. Now we know how he can sit that way.
This is going to be a long conversation that we probably. Is this how you want to spend your time?
I never have any plan.
You did 2,000 episodes.
Look how scared he is to talk about anything. That nervous laugh, and he's scared to talk about anything. He is scared to take a stand on anything. That has to be one of the grossest personality traits in a man that there is. Just afraid to take a stand on anything. Like I said, it's completely clear why he can sit like this. Because I'll tell you right now, I never could. Bill Maher can't. And yeah, he's missing some stuff there. Somebody's been neutered.
That I warned them about what would get him reelected, which was stupid wokeness, which is what got him reelected. So I feel my conscience is very clear that I told you and I told you and I told you, and I lost fans for it. You know, lots of the super woke that like I'm not woke enough for them. Yeah, but like I think I had it right. Like that kind of stuff is what lost the election for the Democrats. It's in all.
Maybe part of it. I don't know. I think a lot.
They have polling on it. It's
Well, I think it's inflation. I think Americans hate inflation.
that certainly was
They hate
part
inflation. They hate riots, and they hate black women.
They don't
and they
ha-
hate trans
Oh,
people.
God.
Did you just hear that laugh when he said, and they hate black women? He just accused all Americans of hating black women. Can you say projection? I think maybe he does. And he's projecting his own feelings on all of America. Go figure. Like most famous people do, they think they're like everybody else. Or they think everybody else is like them. When most people are nothing like them. Nothing.
God, John, we're not
Dude,
gonna.
they just spent hundreds of millions
They
of dollars
don't hate
demonizing
black-
trans people, and that is
Oh,
disgusting.
Yeah,
That
we
is-
shouldn't talk politics.
Okay, we shouldn't. We
I mean,
shouldn't.
this
Great. We don't have to.
No, and this, you know, I mean, I have this kind of relationship with people on the right also who like.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about it. I just want to say something also. Trump didn't spend millions of dollars demonizing trans people. Trump said men don't belong in women's sports. That's what Trump said. And he's 100% right about that. Trump said men don't belong in women's spaces, locker rooms and bathrooms. And Trump is 100% right about that. He didn't demonize anybody. He didn't say we should hate trans people or be mean to trans people. He just does. He wants to protect women and women's sports. And you know, you would think after Title IX that protecting women's sports would be, you know, reasonable and important, but not to the wokies. Not to the wokies on the left. And this guy, you could tell he's scared to death. He doesn't want to talk politics. He's scared to death because if he says the wrong thing, he will never work again. And, you know, honestly, dude, haven't you made enough money already working on 2.5 Men? Like, come on, man, grow a set.
Just like I would like to deprogram them, I feel like there's things that don't get in your bubble on the left that I would love to deprogram, but it's probably not the place to do it.
Yeah,
but you know,
you can try if that's how you want to spend your.
Hey, do me a favor, everybody, and hit the subscribe button. I got to grow this channel, man.
Everybody was around the idea that, okay, immigration, fine, but it has to be somewhat orderly, and not anyone.
Yes, and again,
an asylum had a certain specific meaning, which went up in the air. They overcorrected.
You know, you could be right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Another important point about asylum is people seeking asylum legally have to request asylum in the closest country, the next country they come to that is safe from their government. That's in the law. So people seeking asylum aren't supposed to skip like 4 countries and come to the United States. They're supposed to request asylum in the first safe country they come to. So a lot of the asylum cases aren't really asylum cases. They're just people breaking into this country.
You can say Democrats took too long to address it, but then they did. And Trump, of course, killed it. You know, so he doesn't care about that. And again, you've been outspoken.
That's true too.
And I
I
appreciate that, by the way, for you that you were being outspoken. I appreciate that you lost fans.
Anybody watching my channel knows Trump, the bill that the Democrats attempted to pass really did nothing to stop immigration. They let border agents grant people asylum right on the border. They still allowed for, I forget how many thousands of immigrants per day, or it may have been per week, but it was a lot. And the bill was complete bullcrap. And this guy just believes the talking points coming out of the liberal media. Obviously, he didn't read the bill. He's not aware of what's in the bill. I'm not sure if Bill Maher read the bill. He's not. He's said it before. He's not big on reading bills. So we all know that that's just a talking point for sure, and that's why they put the bill up, because they knew the Republicans wouldn't pass it, and then they could use it as a talking point. I gotta say, the Democrats aren't stupid. That's for sure.
I mean, the right wing is definitely more dangerous because they don't believe in conceding elections.
Yes,
we are
exactly.
we are already past what I.
Here we go. January 6th. January 6th, the most evil day in America's history. Now, you idiots on January 6th, you realize how much you screwed up, right? At this point. I hope you morons on January 6th that acted a fool realize how much ammunition you gave to these dumbasses. You guys really screwed it up. I mean, really screwed up. So that's it for today's video, y'all. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Cheers.